Hi everybody, here with my Module 13 reflection. Which areas surprised me the most about the copyright laws or the fair use criteria? I listened to somebody else's reflection and I kind of was on the same page as them. I don't have a lot of knowledge about copyright laws or experience with it or the fair use criteria, so not a lot really surprised me. Actually thinking about it when I read more, it surprised me that it wasn't maybe as strict as I thought it would be. It seemed like a lot of the times, as long as you were using only what was necessary for like the educational goal or purpose, maybe only a portion of whatever material, then it usually seemed like it was okay, which still surprised me. I was also surprised that fair use was as flexible as it was. It said, one of the reasons why it was so flexible was to protect the First Amendment. Excuse me. The one part that was surprising about breaking the copyright laws were that even like you could quote and credit the author's work and it wouldn't be considered plagiarism, but it could still be considered an infringement of a copyright law. So I found that interesting, that you might be in the clear for plagiarism, but that doesn't always put you in the clear for copyright infringement. And then one of the articles said that sometimes even like downloading fonts can be a copyright infringement, and I do that a lot, and I didn't know that. And even down to like bullets that you might download for like a flyer could be a copyright infringement. Experiences where educators have broken those copyright laws or fair use policies. Like I just said, I download fonts, so I'm sure I've probably actually done that. So I'll need to figure out how to do that properly. And then people making copies of like materials, for sure. As a substitute for buying the book. So maybe they have one book and they make multiple copies. It sounds like that is an infringement. Another example was copying the same thing for more than one semester, class, or course. That was listed in there, so I'm assuming that a lot of people break that or make that mistake. And then it asked if it's really a big deal, and I would say it's something that we definitely need to be mindful of because those laws and policies are in place for a reason. So yeah, I would say it's probably a big deal. And I took the fair use quiz, and I actually was really just guessing a lot of the time, even after reading the articles. They were such specific circumstances that it was really hard to know. Like maybe one little thing, if it was different, it would have been okay, or it wouldn't have been okay. But I did not do very well. I got a 57%. The one question that really surprised me was about the movie for like you show the movie on Friday. And it said that was a copyright infringement because you must have a license to show a movie for entertainment purposes. So I'm interested because, a lot of teachers will show movies in their classroom as a reward. I know it's part of my class reward system too. Occasionally, they get to watch a movie. So I was wondering that question. I was talking about the school-wide watching a movie. So I was curious to know if, a classroom setting, showing a movie, if that was a copyright infringement as well. But like I said, a lot of the questions kind of surprised me in that they were more lenient, or that copyright laws aren't as strict as I thought they would necessarily be. Especially in the educational setting, it seems that as long as you, only use portions of it and it's for an educational setting, that it's pretty, they're pretty lenient on that.